everybody, welcome to Apeirophobia Guitar Tutorial Part 3. If you've made it this far, then you finished Part 1 and 2. Grab your acoustic or your 6th string and let's get into it. Alright, so let's get right into it. Let's start with our thumb on the 5th string. And then we're going to be having our index finger on the 1st fret, our ring finger on the 2nd fret of the 2nd string, and our middle finger on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string. So we're going to hold this shape and pluck the bass string, the 5th string. It's going to be a pattern that is pretty well the same the entire time. So we're going to go thumb, ring, index, ring, middle, ring. So we're really focusing around this top 1st fret on the E string. We're still focusing on that, but we're interleaving each other string in between our E string note. So kind of really slow. So we do that 2 times, and then after that our pinky goes on the 3rd fret. Same pattern. And then we lift off so the E string is just playing by itself. So this first 2 bars would sound like this. Okay, so from there, then our middle finger goes to the 3rd fret of the low 6th string. Our pinky goes to the 1st string on the 3rd fret. And then our index finger goes to the 2nd fret of the 3rd string. And then our middle finger is going to be ready to push the 3rd fret of the 3rd string. So this one's thumb, ring, index, ring, index, ring. And what's changing is this inner voice in the middle. So 2 bars like this. And then from there, we're holding the same shape. So we do thumb, ring, index, ring. And then we fold our ring finger down to get the 3rd fret of the 2nd string. And it kind of sounds like this. So thumb, ring, index, ring, middle, ring. And then the last one, our index finger's on the 2nd fret, and our ring finger goes to the 3rd fret of the 2nd string. So okay, so those 2 bars we just learned. Okay, so then we jump to the 6th fret on the 6th string, hold that with our ring finger, and use our index finger to bar off frets 3, 3, and 3 on strings 3, 2, and 1. And then our pinky is going to be pushing fret 6 on the 2nd string. And we jump back to our main finger picking pattern, which is thumb, ring, index, ring, middle, ring. So play this part really slow. And then the next 2 bars, all we do is we lift our bar. So our index is only holding fret 3 of the 3rd string, and our D string is open. So let's try to pluck this same pattern, but only thing we changed is this bar is to lift. Okay, cool. From there, index finger jumps to the 5th fret of the low 6th string, and pinky and ring on fret 6 and 6 of the 3rd and 2nd string. And back to the same pattern, thumb, ring, index, ring, middle, ring. Okay, so now we don't lift these fingers, but we slide down to the 1st fret with our index finger. Our ring finger's on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string, and our pinky's on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string. So we kind of go from here, go to there. And make sure our open E string is still open, it's not being blocked off by our fingers. We got enough of an arch here that is not being blocked off. And we continue with the same pattern: thumb, ring, index, ring, middle, ring. And then we jump to the last phrase of this section, and what we do is we bar off the whole 4th fret with our index finger. Our ring finger presses the 6th fret of the 4th string, and our pinky presses the 6th fret of the 2nd string. And this part's a little bit more tricky, just because we have thumb, ring, and then our thumb moves to the 4th string, ring again, index on the 3rd string, back to ring, and then we recycle this phrase one more time. Thumb on the 4th string, ring, and then we play the 2nd string with our middle finger that time, and then back to the A. So this section really slow. I'm going to play through this whole section that we just learned really slowly. Make sure you're always paying attention to what you're doing with your hands, because you're holding a chord, but you're making sure that you're plucking with the right fingers. Because once this speeds up to full speed, you really need to make sure you're doing the right fingers, otherwise you'll just fall behind. Okay, so that repeats 4 times, all the way through 4 times, and then on your 4th time playing through, we go from this chord. We normally play that twice, and then we go back to this last chord. But on the 4th time through, from this chord, we skip this last chord, and we go directly to the next section, which is our really fast tremolo part, which it's more demanding on your picking hand for sure. So we start on the 1st fret of the 5th string. So we go thumb, and then we're going to be playing the open E string. So we're going to go ring, middle, index, and that's all in the same string. So okay, so let me go to the 4th string. So on the 4th, after we play the 4th string, our tremolo goes ring, middle, index, ring, middle. So we got 5 open strings there. So the first one we have 3, and then on the second one we have 5. Okay, this is the way that this part kind of works. We have 2 little sections where there's 3 open, and then we do 5 open, and then we do 3 open again, and 5 open, and then it goes to something else. So let's try. Then we go to the 2nd fret of the 3rd string with our ring finger. So we play that with our thumb, and then we do the same thing on the open string, a group of 3. Then we lift off and play the open G string, and then a group of 5 E strings. And then we put our pinky on the 6th fret of the 2nd string, play that with our thumb, and we do 3 opens on the E string. Okay, so this whole bar. Okay, so those are 2 bars, and that section repeats 8 times, and then we move to the 8th fret of the 5th string. We push through that with our middle finger. Our ring finger pushes the 8th fret of the E string. Our index finger presses the 7th fret of the 4th string. And then we do the same rhythmic pattern with our picking. So we do a group of 3 opens after the bass note. So we go, then we move down to the 4th string. 5 opens. Our pinky presses the 9th fret of the 3rd string. 3 opens, lift off, play the 3rd string, and 5 opens. So that little part we just learned. Pinky goes to the 11th fret of the 2nd string. The 3rd time we go to the 10th fret. So we go. So this whole section we just learned, there's 2 bars. So that repeats 2 times. So after this, playing that 2 times, then we go back to our initial tremolo part, and we play that part 2 times as well. So last chord, so we do the 3rd fret of the 1st string and the 3rd fret of the 2nd string, the middle finger on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string, and our 1st finger on the 1st fret of the 5th string. And what we want to do is we want to make sure that we pull upwards. We want to mute this 4th string. We don't want to hear that. So as we push down this 1st fret of the 5th string, we're kind of keeping the flash on the 4th string so it doesn't ring out. And the same with this low 6th string. We don't want to hear that. So we're going to pull up, and you'll notice the lowest one ringing out is that 5th string. Okay, so I'll do a slow playthrough of the entire part that we learned. Okay, and then the tremolo section, which I'll play a little slower. Alright everybody, thanks for watching. I hope this helped. Hope you can get to learning this part soon. We're going to be working on the solo next. I'm sure if you've listened to the song, which I'm sure you have because you're trying to learn the song, then you know the solo is pretty melodic and pretty nice. It's got a lot of the Javier Reyes guitar playing. I'm pretty sure he's the one that played this solo. And yeah, we're going to move on to that next. It's a really fun solo. So stay tuned, keep working away at these parts, and yeah, keep an eye out for more.